Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the Springfield Economic Development Agency meeting for tonight. We'd like to open with the roll call.
Yes, Board Member Van Gordon. Board Member Weber.
Here.
Board Member Moe. Here. Vice Chair Rodley.
Here.
Board Member Blackwell.
Here.
Chair Doyle.
Here.
Board Member Stout.
Here.
And Board Member Ball.
Here. Thank you. So start with the read. Okay. There's one time designated for public testimony this evening under business from the audience. If you are attending in person, please complete the request to speak card located in the front of the council chambers and turn it into the city recorder. If you're joining us online with a tablet, smartphone, or computer and wish to speak, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom. The order of public testimony is as follows: anyone in person in the council chambers, and then anyone who has raised their virtual hand. I do not have any cards tonight. We have no one online. Okay.
Do you want to do the first item? A business from the audience for the hands?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We have no cards.
No cards. We do have one hand on.
Perfect.
And that is Daphne Mantis. And Daphne, you should be able to unmute your microphone.
Hello.
Hi, you're on.
I'm Daphne Mantis. I live at 569 West D Street in Springfield. I believe it's a problem that there is so little reporting to the community in these SEDA meetings about progress in the Glenwood Master Plan. The last significant milestone regarding the master plan, as listed in the SEDA website, occurred March 2024, when, and I'm quoting, the SEDA board approved a contract amendment to the Glenwood master planning contract, and this approved amendment covers scope and cost of the processes to prepare and apply for previously identified land use steps. And this work includes annexation, a zoning map, comprehensive plan map amendment, and development code text amendments. And that's what's in the website. Next month will be a year out from that approval of amended contract. And my question to this body is, what is the status of the master plan? What is the progress that's been made? I have asked previously that there be a monthly review by SEDA. And now I'm asking respectfully to have an annual, a 12-month review that answers these questions as to each issue: annexation, zoning, plan map amendment, code text amendments, and cost. And I hope you will provide that information to the community at least by the 12th month, March 2025. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Just out of curiosity, do we have the meeting that we had on Saturday, our retreat, is that up online, or will that be up online? It is already online. Okay, so I just might mention that we went over a pretty significant review on Saturday that included handouts and timelines. So hopefully if you're able to access the YouTube, you can see that entire thing. And I believe it started at about 11:30 a.m. when we opened the SEDA meeting. So next item, please.
Next item is consent calendar.
I would like to move approval of the consent calendar.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Board Member Van Gordon. Yes. Board Member Weber.
Yes.
Board Member Moe.
Yes.
Vice Chair Rodley.
Yes.
Board Member Blackwell.
Yes.
Chair Doyle.
Yes.
Board Member Stout.
Yes.
And Board Member Lovall.
Yes.
That's 6, 7. Everybody said yes. Okay. And so the next is says communication, but we've already done that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we just did it out in different order? Okay. So it looks like the next item
Public hearings.
is the public hearing. So it looks like that'll be Jessica?
Yes, we have one item under public hearings. It's the SEDA fiscal year 25 supplemental budget number 2, and Jessica Mummy is here for this item.
It's a little rocky, but I'll get better.
Good evening, SEDA Board. My name is Jessica Mummy. I'm the city's Budget and Procurement Manager here this evening to discuss SEDA Supplemental Budget Number 2. As needed during the fiscal year, the SEDA Board is asked to adjust the annual adopted budget to reflect needed changes in planned activities, to recognize new revenues, or make other required adjustments. These adjustments to resources and requirements change the current adopted budget and are processed through supplemental budget requests that are scheduled by the Finance Department. This supplemental budget includes adjusting resources and requirements in the SEDA Glenwood General Fund. Specifically, the Brooklyn Street properties known as the Curvature Building and what was a single-family house were purchased by the city. However, SEDA was receiving the rental receipts, the rental revenue from those items. This supplemental budget transfers the rental revenue that were received by SEDA to the city. And I'm here for any questions.
Are there any questions? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
I move to adopt a resolution adjusting resources and requirements in the following fund, SEDA Glenwood General Fund.
Second.
Can we take a vote?
Wait,
Yes, you'll need to open the public
yeah,
hearing.
you still, I think they need a public hearing.
Before we do the motion?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to open them. I thought we already did that. I'm sorry. I think we'll open up the public hearing. Is there anyone who would like to speak on this? No one in the audience that I can see?
And it appears we have no hands for this item.
Okay, with no hands, I will close the public hearing. Now, can we go ahead and take the motion that was already placed?
Yes.
Is that fine? Okay,
May we
Maybe-
do roll?
Yes, please.
Board Member Van Gordon.
Yes.
Board Member Weber.
Yes.
Board Member Moe.
Yes.
Vice Chair Rodley.
Yes.
Board Member Blackwell.
Yes.
Chair Doyle.
yes.
Board Member Stout.
Yes.
And Board Member Lovall.
Yes.
That passes, with that? It passes unanimously. I want you to know that this went much smoother in my head earlier today.
Still going smooth. You're still good.
Okay, thank you very much on that. Is there any new business?
No new business?
And under old business, it looks like we have an annual SDC program update, and that will be from Ally Camp. I'm also not sure if you wanted to comment on the caller with any information if you need it.
I think your suggestion to provide a link to the board retreat would be helpful.
Okay,
Good evening, SEDA Board. Thanks for having us tonight. I am here with an annual SDC program update. This is the first that we've talked to you about this since November of 23, and it's something I'd like to incorporate yearly for you so we can keep tabs on the program. Just a reminder, last year you all did a lot of work on the program structure and resolutions to solidify it moving forward, and resolutions to assure that the debt is repaid to the city from the past. In your AIS, I've linked to the resolutions that help to add that structure, along with an MOU for the repayment to the city. One, because it's helpful for everything to be in one place, so if we need to reference it in the future, everything's in one meeting. And two, because it's no small feat to move through that many layers of a program to get it set up to move successfully forward. So tonight is an update on the utilization from the last time we spoke in November of 23. Your board briefing memorandum gets into the details of what was utilized in the downtown and the Glenwood in the last calendar year. And overall, we've seen a utilization of $112,000 all in the downtown. And those come from tenant improvements that stretch from the 100 block of downtown all the way to the 22nd 2200 block of downtown. So the extent of the urban renewal district boundary. In your board briefing memorandum, I also noted 2 asterisk items. In the work that we've done on the program to add more structure last year, we looked at previous accounting and we've noted just 2 things that needed to be accounted for differently. One was both relate to expired permits. One was a permit in the Glenwood area that never came to fruition. So you'll see that kind of debited from the previous totals included, and that debit can be seen in the calendar year 23. And another project in the downtown area that also experienced a expired permit, but they came back to continue the project. So we removed that total from the SDC program from the year it was supposed to occur to the year it actually did occur. So you'll see those in your board briefing memorandum. Also in your memorandum, you'll see that I've accounted for the expenses in 2 different years, fiscal year and calendar year, and that's for a reason. In the downtown district, we are paying as we go. And in order to pay as we go, we need to budget for it. So the calendar year chart shows utilization for calendar year 2024, which you will see in your budget, your proposed budget for 2026. So this keeps us up to date with those expenses downtown. And just a reminder for Glenwood, we have chosen to repay those expenses to the city at a later date so that we can make strategic investments in infrastructure needs for Glenwood. Let me just check my notes quickly. I really like looking at this by calendar year because you can see whenever big items have come online, especially in Glenwood, you can see the addition of the 3 major hotels and them receiving the SDC costs. And then you can see kind of the transformation of downtown in number form, which has been really nice. I'm open to any suggestions, questions, or reporting needs for future reports to the board.
So this looks great. I'm glad we've brought it up again. I think it's helpful for us to talk about this every single year. My question is, how do we let the developers know that they benefited from this?
That they benefited or could benefit upon coming in for a project?
I think both, because you know, developers are busy folks, and then they probably, you know, may have built something and forgotten that we had a program to help them. And it's a good opportunity to restate our sort of business friendliness and economic competitiveness to them. If we share, you know, if we go, oh yeah, remember, this is one of the reasons why it's great to develop in downtown in Glenwood.
That's a good point. And just a note on making sure that we capture people. We've added some small process improvements for when folks come in for permits. Staff know that projects within certain boundaries are eligible. We have a program application that people fill out now to make sure that we are capturing any investments or permits pulled in either boundary area.
Board Member Lovell.
Thank you, Chair. I have a question that may lead to a suggestion. Do we normally know the information that a developer gets at the start of a project when we issue those funds? And then let's say that project takes a year, 2 or 3 to complete. Is there something that we get a report back at the end that reminds us that we could do something about that? Or is that really only the first informational piece that we have when the project starts? Does that make sense?
I'm not sure I know.
Well, let me give you the suggestion. Maybe it might help answer the question. My suggestion is that maybe, like, and with Board Member Van Gordon's ask, was at the end of the project, maybe when we ribbon cut or something, the city could have like a letter that says, congratulations on your great project you completed. We're happy to have assisted you X number of dollars in SDC urban renewal funds, la da da da. Is that easier to get that information and glean it at that point, or when the project starts and just write us a sticky note and put it on our computer kind of thing?
I think at either point in the project, I like the suggestion of coming back afterwards. That's helpful. That example was clear. Thank you.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much for the report. I do not have any other items, so I think we are adjourned. Yay, I survived.